What is going on, guys? Today I got a little story for you, and today's story is going to be okay, first of all, did you just throw an impact? You just threw no, you have the LGR. Wow. Okay, great start to this game. And it's almost over as well. He's got 16 kills. But today's story is going to be the time I almost got caught skipping school. And by skipping, I don't mean actually skipping the entire day. To this day that I almost got caught was leaving campus to go to lunch. Some schools have an open campus. You can leave during school to go get lunch. Some schools have that. You have a shotgun. I'm not using the red. I don't know why I'm using the red to begin with. But, yeah, some schools have it where you can leave. Like, you can go off and get lunch or whatever you want. Like, if it's lunch, you can leave. But some schools don't. Because, you know, they're liable. If something happens, if you get in a wreck, they're pretty much liable for you because you're supposed to be on their campus. So, anyway, that's besides the point, but today is going to be a story about the time I almost got caught skipping for lunch. Now, the consequences if I would have gotten caught would be, well, it depends on if I had connections or not, but usually if it's just a normal person getting caught skipping lunch, you would get a lunch detention. And what lunch detention is you have to sit on the stage of the cafeteria. You have to sit on the stage all during lunch one day, and pretty much it's kind of like the seat of shame, pretty much. That's what it is. So anyway, me and my friend Devin, we left. We went to go get food, and we went to, I believe, Wendy's. Yeah, we went to Wendy's. So we went there, and we got back. It was a good amount of time. Like we had enough time to get in the gates, you know, go to where we needed to go, and we were good. Like, we had enough time. So, conveniently, as soon as we're walking into the gates, the principal comes walking around the corner. And we're like, oh god. So, before we got out of the car, I put all of my food in my backpack. All of my food. I also had a large drink that I also put in my backpack. I positioned it in my backpack so if I walked soft enough, it wouldn't spill. So, that's what I did. So I have my backpack over one of my shoulders with my food and my large drink in it. And he got a Frosty and then food for him and his girlfriend, which was in his backpack. He had the Frosty on the side thing of his backpack, so he was pretty much good. Like, he wasn't rattling, he didn't have anything that could really spill except for the Frosty, but he was good. We're walking into the gates, and as soon as we walk in, the principal walks around the corner. And her first thought was just like, these guys are skipping for lunch. So she's like, oh, where'd you guys go? And my friend Devin, I blanked out, but it wasn't the obvious blank. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, they're automatically lying. My friend Devin was just like, I have a college class, and we both had college classes, so, and I drive him to school because we both, you know, have the same college class, and, yeah, I just give him a ride. So she's like, oh, okay, and she just kind of stares there and looks at us, and she's like, so where are you going now? And he said, we're going to the front office to get a note, to say that we're here or whatever. She's like, okay, so that pretty much, I mean, that got us off the hook enough. Like, so we're walking, we decide, you know, wow, okay, we're gonna go to the office for real, go in there, and we don't know if we're gonna get a note, or if we're gonna mess around or whatever, but we're walking. Well, it's my very first step after explaining to her that I had a college class, my first step, you just hear ice rattling in my backpack. You just hear it. You hear the drink, like if you're ever carrying a drink full of ice, and you just hear the ice just rattling, okay? So that's what was happening in my backpack, just a big cluster mess of ice rattling. So every step, I'm just like tiptoeing to the office. I'm just like, as easily as possible, I can't like set my feet down hard, nothing like that. I was just trying my best not to have a large Coke in my backpack. That's all I was trying to do. At this point, I didn't care if I got caught. I didn't care if she like asked to see in our backpacks and see if we had food or not. I didn't care if she actually went and investigated to see if we really had college classes or not. I did not care. I was just trying to keep from a large soda being spilled in my backpack. So It was pretty difficult. Once we got into the class, like after we didn't even go to the office. We kind of just like walked up to the building and then walked away. But once we got to the class where we were gonna open our backpacks and eat our food, I opened it up. There wasn't any spilled drink, but my burger had opened up and all of the tomatoes that were on it. First of all, I said no tomatoes. So if they would have actually got my order right, this wouldn't have happened. But I opened my backpack up and all the lettuce, the tomatoes, and I think they had onions on it as well. Everything except for the meat was off of my sandwich in my backpack, okay? I don't know if you've ever been to Wendy's and had like tomatoes and stuff on your sandwich, but I don't know what it is about Wendy's, but for some reason, all of their like extra ingredients on their sandwiches are so messy. They're so freaking messy. And so I have freaking tomatoes, I have onions and lettuce just all over my backpack, and all over my papers. Don't get me wrong, I only had like 3 papers in there because I wasn't really involved at this point in time, but it was just all over my backpack. And out of everything that could have gone wrong, all the extra things on my sandwich was off of it. I'm just like, how does this happen? How does this really? Large soda doesn't spill in my backpack, but all of the tomatoes come off my sandwich. Like, what is wrong with the world? Like, this is why we cannot have nice things. So that is pretty much the time I almost got caught skipping class or skipping lunch. We tried leaving again a couple days later. We almost got caught again. I don't know what it was about my friend Devin, but he obviously has the greatest mind ever because he thinks of lies just right on the spot. Compulsive liar, friends for the win. Anyway, but we almost got caught again another day, but he again got away with it, talking about, I don't know what it was. He was talking about like he had a class for something, but ended up getting away with it. Didn't really get questioned after that. But yeah, that was a fun time. But yeah, if you want to hear any more high school stories from me, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to hear. Because I have a lot of them, but I want to know what you guys want to hear. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. That was pretty much my time that I almost got caught skipping class, skipping lunch. Let me know what you guys have almost gotten caught doing in school. I actually don't want to know that, but yeah. Just let me know. All my social networks will be in the description, so if you guys want to follow me, if you guys want to get in touch with me, follow me on Twitter. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me because I follow everyone back. So yeah, just hit me up on Twitter, tell me that you're a subscriber or whatever, and I'll definitely follow you back, and we can talk one-on-one if you want, because, you know, if I follow you back, we open up them DMs and, yeah, exchange selfies. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy. Like I said, drop a like if you did, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe because I post these types of videos quite often. So anyway, guys, I will see each and every one of you later.